With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Iran's Supreme National Security Council says it has accepted a 2-week ceasefire in the war. Its statement said it would negotiate with the United States and Islamabad beginning Friday. President Trump says he's pulling back on his threats to widen attacks on Iran. Rachel Van Landingham, a Southwestern Law School professor who served as a judge advocate general in the U.S. Air Force, said President Trump's bombastic threats against Iran are unprecedented.
He's undermining U.S. legitimacy, our credibility as being a champion for values that we're not going to be in Iran. We're not going to fight like Iran. That's a comment that we're going to fight like a rogue state that doesn't care about the law, that doesn't care about people. And it contributes to the propaganda the Iranian regime has long perpetrated against America, that we're the great Satan, that America hates Iranians and hates its civilization and wants to destroy it.
Trump also said Iran has proposed a workable 10-point peace plan that could help end the war launched by the U.S. and Israel in February. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche was asked if he knew why former Attorney General Pam Bondi was fired.
You read the same exact communication from the president that I did. Pam Bondi is a trusted friend of President Trump's, will remain so. And no, nobody has any idea why the Attorney General is no longer the Attorney General and I'm the acting Attorney General, except for President Trump.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio has confirmed that American journalist Shelley Kittleson, who was kidnapped last week in Iraq, has been released. Kittleson was abducted by the Iran-backed Iraqi militia Kataib Hezbollah from a street corner in Baghdad on March 31st. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 85 points. This is SRN News. Americans aren't having very many kids.
Birthday with a wide-ranging look at the country in the 50 years since the bicentennial. One of the big changes is how many children the average American woman has in her lifetime. In 1976, it was 3. In 2026, it is 2. Pew says, quote, the introduction of the birth control pill, delays in marriage, and increases in women working outside the home have contributed to the change. Michael Harrington reporting.
Supporters of England's nearly 500-year-old church choir tradition are trying to preserve it. They've launched a campaign for the government to recognize choral services as an important part of Britain's culture under a United Nations program that seeks to protect intangible cultural heritage. The epitome of British church choir tradition is Evensong, a weekly evening service of hymns, psalms, and prayers. This is SRN News. One of the movers and shakers in the world of high finance issues a warning.
J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon warns a resilient U.S. economy could face renewed inflation pressures if the Iran war disrupts global energy markets. Dimon describes inflation as the potential skunk at the party this year, cautioning that turmoil in oil and commodity markets could affect everything from gas prices to manufacturing costs. Dimon also warns that sustained inflation could force the Fed to keep interest rates higher for longer. Rich Thomason reporting.
Oil prices plunged and U.S. stock futures jumped after President Trump held off on his threat of devastating attacks on Iran. U.S. crude oil futures fell more than 14%. Futures for the S&P 500 were up 2.2%. More details at srnnews.com. From Washington, I'm Keith Peters.
Even when you do that, they tell you you're wrong, even though they have nothing to back it up with. Just like AOC, nothing.
I'm going to deal with topics and issues that will make you think. The lines are open. You can reach me at 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563.
It's the Joe Messina Show.
Welcome back to another session of Sanity right here on the Joe Messina Show. It's a pleasure to have you with me. 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. Get involved. Get engaged. Be part of the solution. It's the way we win. It's the best way to make things happen. All right. You know me, third hour, I just start running through the stories, and I love it. And there's a lot of crazy stories to run through. I don't even have to work hard at it, you know? The ceasefire went through, apparently. We'll see what happens. See if we can make it through the night without the Iranians keeping their hands off the button. School bus driver in a small town in Pennsylvania. He quit his job rather than comply. Right? The school district edict that he stop wearing an iconic Make America Great Again ball cap. David Bonhoff, a retired Baltimore County police officer, said a student got triggered by the red cap and had complained to the Littletown area school district. Now, supervisor from Chris Transportation called him in the morning, February 18th, to discuss wearing of a MAGA hat. He said, if that wasn't a condition of my employment, I'd be back to work tomorrow. I miss the kids. Those kids and I had a great relationship. Except for the one kid that somehow was told that he was supposed to be triggered by this. Bonhoff said that his boss offered to buy him an American flag hat because the school district has deemed that they don't want you to wear that Make America Great Again hat. In the interview with CBS 21, Bonhoff, who's now known as Mr. Dave from Bus 73, he stated that making America great is what we should strive to be. Anybody who doesn't want America to prosper, I take issue with them. The former bus driver also took issue with the allegations that the hat was making a political statement. There's nothing in this hat that says anything about partisanship. Everybody should want America to be strong, to be great. And if you call it absurd, then you really don't understand patriotism. I agree with him. Really, just simple. As noted by the Daily Mail, Littleton said that the driver was not employed directly by the district, but by a transportation company. The district's acting superintendent said this is just us wanting them to stay neutral. Stay neutral on America? Really? So what do you want to get paid in rubles? No, really, think about it. So according to their contracts, the code notes that employees are prohibited from wearing attire deemed inappropriate, including items depicting political sentiments. What is inappropriate? No, really. I don't know. What if I have Star David on? You're going to be teed off about that? Probably won't even know what it is. Christian Cross? Is that okay? I mean, really. The state representative, Doug Mastriano, he jumped in right away and said, what happened here is not about sensitivity or respect. It's about suffocating culture. Culture of political correctness. Spreading through our institutions is just wrong. Political correctness has become a tool of intimidation. It's used to shame, threaten, and drive ordinary Americans out of their jobs. Right? Nothing good about it. Nothing real or good about it. Anyway, 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. I really do appreciate the time that you're spending with us. And this is the crazy stuff that I always deal with in some way, shape, manner, or form. Right? And they're not fake stories. You check them out yourself. The baseball team at Northport High School in Sarasota, that's in Florida, for those of you geographically challenged, he's facing the wrath of the atheists. The baseball team has a chaplain who is affiliated with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Now, the other day, the Sarasota chapter of the FCA, they posted a message on Facebook saying that they were praying over each coach, each player, by name. That seemed to outrage the Freedom from Religion freaks, Wisconsin-based group of atheist predators. Yeah, they go looking for a reason to push and sue. They target small towns and communities on a mission to remove Christianity from public marketplace. But then you get places like Pacific Justice Institute that'll step in and rake these people over the coals. They pretty much win every case they have against them. Now, public high school allowing outside adult to act as a religious advisor to other people's children is unconstitutional. Not true. No, the courts have already ruled in favor of chaplains. Right? You don't want to be part of it? Don't be. It's voluntary. That's the big side of it. It's voluntary. Now, the atheists say it's unconditional and inappropriate for public school athlete programs to allow an adult to serve as chaplain. They want it investigated. He went on to say public school sports are spaces for student athletes to grow and learn the values of dedication and teamwork. There should be no pray to play, and there isn't. Right? They want to stop the privilege of Christianity. Well, I wonder what, our founding fathers, what would they have done to them? I mean, I would love for him to go face to face with any one of those guys. You gotta love it. All right. 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. Send me an email, joe@joemessina.com, joe@joemessina.com, or if you're really adventurous, hop on the chat room. Go to joemessina.com. You'll find a chat room up there with smarter people than myself in it. Smarter. One of those. We'll be right back.
Take as little as 3 minutes to see if you could save on motorcycle insurance with Progressive. Come on, you've spent more time than that trying to name your bike.
How about the Crusher? I guess it's not really crushing anything. The Silver Bolt? No. Oh, what about Pepper? Mysterious. Is it a pet or a condiment? Surprise! It's a motorcycle. No, that's stupid.
Get a quote in as little as 3 minutes at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I'd like to introduce you to our new sponsor, Get the Tea. Get the Tea carries all natural, non-GMO organic teas and supplements made in the USA. Get the Tea's ingredients are the purest available. My favorite is Life Change Tea. Life Change Tea is a gentle daily cleanse containing 12 herbs that when combined really keep things moving. I drink it every day and my energy has never been better. I'm feeling great. Life Change Tea comes in 3 delicious flavors, natural, peppermint, and pomegranate. It's an easy and delicious way to keep your digestion on track. And for those on the go, try D365. D365 is Life Change Tea in a capsule. Drink the tea or take D365 capsules and keep your digestion running smoothly. Go to getthetea.com and enter discount code USA to get 10% off any size order. That's getthetea.com, discount code USA for 10% off your order.
When I started MyPillow, it was just a problem solution, one product company. Well, since then, with the help of my dedicated employees, we now have hundreds of products, some you might not even know about. To get the word out, we're having a $25 extravaganza. 2-pack multi-use MyPillows, $25. MyPillow sandals, $25. And for the first time ever, our 6-pack towel sets, you guessed it, just $25. Our brand new 4-pack dish towels, $25. And I've never done this before. Premium MyPillows with all new Giza fabric, any size, any loft level, even king size for only $25. And there's so much more.
So go to MyPillow.com or call 800-923-1812 and use promo code AUDIO1 to get the standard MyPillow for only $14.88, the lowest price ever.
Okay, I'm talking funny because I'm in the witness protection program. I have too much credit card debt and I don't want people to find me.
Okay, I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about credit card debt. Right, those plastic things that we all have in our wallet. Are you in your 50s or 60s and you're still carrying around a mound of credit card debt? Wouldn't it be nice to start banking that money and save a little money for retirement down the road? We help people restructure their credit card debt all the time. We show people how they can get out of credit card debt in months, not years. Listen, you'll be carrying around credit card debt for the rest of your life unless you deal with it right now. We offer a free consultation so you can learn how you can finally wipe out your credit card debt and start saving money. Give us a free call right now.
Call Debt Solutions Network now. 866-451-3328. 866-451-3328. That's 866-451-3328.
If you're a diabetic, we have great news. You can end the painful finger sticks with a new CGM. Plus, they may be covered by Medicare, Medicaid, or private insurance. If you test and inject daily, you may qualify. Call US Med now to learn more.
800-471-7065. 800-471-7065. 800-471-7065. That's 800-471-7065.
Attention. This is a public notice from the Social Security Disability Helpline. If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be eligible for disability benefits from Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right. If you suffer from physical or mental disability, whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. We'll evaluate your situation and deal with Social Security on your behalf. Best of all, there's no fee until you receive your benefits. Remember, we only get paid if you win your case. There are many reasons and conditions that may make you eligible for disability benefits. Many of them you may not be aware of. So if you're disabled and unable to work, call now to get started with your free, no-obligation consultation.
800-362-9337. 800-362-9337. That's 800-362-9337.
It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder.
You know this man. Go ahead. Make my day.
We're back at it again. Joe Messina, your host. Always a pleasure to have you with me. 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. Get involved, get engaged, be part of the solution. Not part of the problem. And you are when you don't know what's going on. Anyway, hey, Tori Spelling's in the news, but not a Hollywood thing, right? The driver hit her, a speeding drunk driver hit her car. She was in there with her 4 kids and some friends, and apparently everybody's okay. But it's still got to be a really, shocking, freaky experience, especially when the kids are in there. First thing you're worried about is how they're doing. So our prayers and hearts go out to them. And if this, recovery time, hopefully it's complete, quick and complete. I'll put it that way. So. Anyway, 855-REAL-JOE. Head up to the website, joemessina.com, joemessina.com. Live chat room there. People, as I love to say, smarter than myself are there, right? And I'm telling you, you can learn a lot. You don't always have to just listen to me. And even other people listen to, Make sure they're on board, or they're on track, or they're right about what they're doing. All right, Cyndi Lauper. I don't do much about celebrities, and I'll tell you what: if you see a picture of her today, you would not know it was her. Seriously. Anyway, so Cyndi Lauper, she's hit with backlash because of what she said. You know what? And for me, it's like, just go away. Leave her alone. Who cares? Right? She's hit with backlash over the SAVE Act stance, as critics, they're just all over her for it. So pop icon Cyndi, is she still an icon? Cyndi Lauper. She's facing backlash after blasting a Republican-backed voting bill. She's warning her followers in a fiery social media post that the SAVE Act is not about protecting against voter fraud. It's about voter suppression. I know, it's what they've been taught, and they spew the same stuff over and over again, which is so untrue. Because in areas where there's voter ID, in states where there's voter ID, they actually have a higher rate of people voting. An Instagram video, Lauper, she urged Americans, particularly women, to push back. Said, it's me.